Alright guys, what's up? New video here. We're back at Klutch Kickers round 3 at the Freedom Factory. Last round, awesome. Got 7th place, but they got rained out because of the rain, and still got a nice check, which was awesome. Car was great. Then we drove OSW. Car was also great there, and did some slight upgrades to the car. We'll talk about in a minute. But anyway, we're here and gonna do a track walk. This layout is a bank layout, a lot faster, and come back into the infield and do a whole bunch of other stuff. But this round, on the other side of the bank, so bank, come into the infield, and then it goes on from there, and I'll explain that right now. But we're here all set up on a very, very hot Florida day as always. And yeah, I'm ready, team's ready, car's ready, so let's do a track walk. Alright guys, so this round is a bank layout, as you can see right here. Got this bank here. Outer zone 1 will be right here, coming down into the outer zone 1, touch and go, outer zone 2, outer zone 3, inner clip, outer 4. It's a very, very, very long layout. I think it's a little bit too long in my opinion, but hopefully the car will stay kind of cool and everything will be a lot better cooling wise. We'll get to the upgrades in a second. But anyway, the layout looks really fun, fast. Bank layout is a lot of work, and it's a lot more focus has to go into it, and car setup and stuff like that. But I feel pretty confident. Bank layouts are also like you never know what's going to happen. You know, and drifting, and regardless, you never know what's going to happen. Like especially on a bank with very, very fierce competition, it can get wild, good and bad. So hopefully we have the good this round. But I'm very excited for it. Let's go do a track walk and continue on from there. All right, so on the track now, and we are starting from way back there, probably first, second, third, little flick, enter into the wall down here. Outer one's that green cone is all the way around to about exactly where that golf cart is. The judges are right now testing out some layout options down in, but it was going to go to a touch and go, and that's where the back end of your car goes, like a small quick outer zone. But it looks like they're testing out what looks to be possibly an inner clip. I could be wrong. And after that you come in to another outer zone in the middle, back out to another zone, outer zone 3, and then a quick inner clip here, back to outer zone 4, and finish where those yellow cones are right there. It looks really fun. I will be honest, I don't have tons of experience on a bank, but I have done a lot of solo laps on the bank at OSW, but not much tandem, but I should be all right. It's been a few years and I've got to know, you know, driving, my skill level has gone up a bunch since then. But I feel good with the car, myself, and I'm excited to drive tomorrow. It's nice practice. My approach to it, more laps is good, and find things out you got to change the day before. But honestly, I like to chill on Friday and watch people drive, watch people make mistakes, watch people do well, kind of mix of things, and kind of take that and put it into my own head and see what to do and what not to do, and how to approach it properly to do the best runs possible. So I'm very excited. It's going to be very, very fun. But again, it's hot right now, but it's a nice breeze. The weather's good. But of course, Florida is Florida, and Klutch Kickers always has bad weather. And tomorrow and Sunday it's supposed to rain, so we'll see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen, but last round it rained like in patches, but tomorrow and Sunday looks like a lot of rain throughout the whole weekend. But we'll see. Florida can all go away and be sunny and nice. Never know. But all in all, I'm very excited for this round. I'm gonna for sure keep the same attitude, keeping positive and staying in a good mindset and have fun. The main thing is having fun, but also winning. Like last round, I literally forgot I was driving to win money. I was honestly just driving for myself, and then I won money, and that was like a plus. So that's a good way to go at it. So I'm just gonna go and have fun, do the best I can, and hopefully get on the podium. Here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes.
Hello.
You like the track?
It's looking good.
This is weird. The bank is like OSW. Yeah, but like they changed it to an inner touch and go now.
I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, we're all lost. But like it's a bump, in touch and go, bump down into that, out that way. We'll see what happens. This should be fun, but they changed this area here.
It should just maybe be an inner clip over here and allow us to switch back just before
that's why I said you use the hump to transition into it, but like, or leave the touch and go there, have this area open, make that a little bit deeper, and go in.
Touch and go out there, you're gonna have to like swing it out.
Yeah, we'll see.
Dig out the hole.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be a whole learning experience for everybody. So we'll see. But this is gonna be a whole different thing. The bump right there is like OSW coming off the bank, and then you got to jump like OSW going into the concrete. So it should be very interesting. All right. What do you think? You're very dark. Dude. Don't touch my tip.
Oh my God, we bumped tips.
Oh man.
No homo.
Oh.
It was camera tips.
Yeah. What do you think so far of the track?
Well, everything is good around here. The only thing I'm concerned about.
Yeah, that's very weird.
Then over here, like, you know, like what type of flick, what speed to carry, how high is the bank, how much grip the bank's gonna have, and then of course that if that's gonna be like doable, they're gonna actually like work on it or what.
That's, I mean, you have no choice but to go that way. But
setting, if you're too soft, you're gonna bottom out.
Yeah, for sure, or break an axle.
Or that. If you're too stiff, then you're gonna bounce off, and you're gonna have no.
So I just gotta basically find out the best rebound adjustment on my shocks for this right now. So.
Oh, dude, I only have one. No,
I don't. I got two. Ha.
You got more work, dude.
Work?
Mine is simple.
Yeah, no, mine's more adjustable, so I'll be faster than you. With your stupid 900 horsepower worthlessness.
Sounds like he's jealous.
A little bit,
Let me
but
get that transmission. I'll put
no. All right, so overall, basically, the layout got kind of changed before I knew, and now outer one is the same, but now they're doing like an inner touch and go. So I'm pretty sure an outer touch and go here, outer zone 2, inner clip, and then outer zone 3 is this whole turn right here and there. So that is the layout, I'm pretty sure. I'll let you guys know once they tell us in the driver's meeting, and then we'll figure it out from there. But either way, you gotta drive it either way. So let's get to it tomorrow. And now, go back to the pits. I'll tell you all the upgrades we did to the S13. Alright guys, it is day 2 of Klutch Kickers round 3, and yesterday was practice. I don't drive practice, I was just like taking notes and getting visual references for the whole track. They did change the layout a little bit, so yesterday I mentioned that the layout was really long, and during practice they shortened it. So outer zone 4 is completely gone now, we're ending on the inner clip after outer zone 3, which is much better. I agree with that from the beginning. I tried telling them a long time ago, they wouldn't do it, that's all what happened, and now it's much better for tire wear and cooling temps. Speaking of cooling temps, last round we had some issues with that, and this round we changed it because you can't have a car that runs hot and during competition, you know, having to call 5. It's the most frustrating thing when a car runs hot and it just gets in your head and you're always focusing on it, and it kind of messes me a little bit. So last round the fans were not working to full capacity, and these fans draw a lot of amps. So I had 35 amp relays, which probably wasn't enough for these fans. So that being said, we upgraded those to 60 amp relays for each fan, and they're triggered on at different times. And as well as one fan last round was not as good as it's supposed to be. It was like probably 800 CFM and their 2000 CFM fan each. And when you had that much of a loss, it's going to obviously show, and it was not doing its job. So we also upgraded the stock alternator from 90 amp alternator to a 240 amp alternator, which is a much higher, how do I say that? It's a much higher, God, I'm fucking distracted.
So what Matt's trying to say is, when the fans kick on, they pull a ton of amperage.
Yes, and now we upgraded the alternator to a 240 amp alternator from a stock 90 amp alternator, and now the fans are kicking ass.
Yeah.
And also we upgraded to another Mishimoto radiator stock. It's a dual pass, and we modified it to be a triple pass. So it's much better. The cooling, it idles drastically cooler, which means it'll run much cooler. But we are in Florida, it's very hot. Haven't driven any of the new setup, so it should be good to go once we get there. So practice at 9 a.m. Ready to drive, very excited, and the car's up to the bank. It's feeling good, so let's do it. No battery power at all. Yeah, I just lost all power. I lost all battery power, yeah.
Where's your battery?
In the back right here. All right, so I did a few practice laps. I was going out for my 4th lap, going up to the line, the car shut off. No power, no nothing. And we thought it was the kill switch thing, so we took it out. We found out that the power wire going to the battery was coming off the connector to the battery. So we cut it, redid it, so it's not great anymore and having like any contact. So now we fixed the issue. Should be good. We're out getting more practice laps. Car was really gripped up, even though I had it loose. So I loosened it up a ton more, and it should be pretty good. I was pretty low in the bank, not doing amazing. But once the car's a bit more loose, we should be good to go in the bank. Okay, super interesting practice. So I, to be honest, don't have that much experience on a bank. Like, I really don't. That being said, I think I did pretty decent. And I did leave a lot of towing on the car, thinking it would help in the infield more, but the bank is actually a much more bigger deal. And I probably should have pulled some tow out. I'm gonna pull a little bit of tow out, maybe, we'll see. I might just adjust more shock and tire pressure, but lots of towing will bring you down on the bank. But if I do a little tricky stuff, I'll figure out some ways to get me up to stay on the bank. But first few laps were okay, kind of low on the bank. Infield's really good. Car still feels kind of fast, pretty good. Problem is, the more grip I add, the harder it is for me to drive on the bank and be fast with faster cars. So I gotta figure out that. The temps are definitely much better. It's definitely actually cooling down more now with the correct amperage and well, amp voltage, whatever. After lap 3, my battery terminal, like the terminal goes on the battery, the thing goes into the plug, ripped out, and it wasn't getting enough contact. We had to redo that, and then it was good. Everything felt great. I did another lead after that. Felt pretty good. It was a little low in the bank, and we're working on getting higher. And then after that, did a follow with Ben Hobson. It's my first. It was probably, I did one tandem on a bank like 3 years ago with Taylor, and I was not great. I didn't do great at all. But now it's lots of things to change, car, skill, everything. I think I did pretty damn good following an FD car on the bank. It's pretty intense. It happens so fast, like you just kind of do it. I followed him pretty good on the bank, and he kind of got me a little bit. I was also on pretty bald tires, well, not bald tires, like pretty worn down tires. I followed him pretty good for my first 10 on the track. I messed up going into outer 2, went a little bit too deep into the cone and knocked the bumper off and stuff, but I can fix that. For qualifying, I think I felt pretty good. I got down a pretty solid run, and then for tandem, hopefully it goes well. It's definitely wild. Like, the bank is a whole different level. So I've learned that I need to not have much towing on the bank. I left a lot of tow in the car because the infield my car was great in the infield last round. And it still feels pretty good, but it's definitely it's a lot more. My brain's so like everywhere right now because processing all that in such a quick time, having the dial shit in is kind of fried me. But I'm gonna relax, eat some food, chill, watch more practice, and go from there. But the team's doing great. Han's busting ass, Jacob's busting ass, Seth's busting ass. Everybody's killing it. It's all in the moment. It's all in the moment, but I feel pretty good. Once I get some more laps in, hopefully I'll feel even better. All in all, it's going good. Alright, so we're qualified, got a 75. Again, always close to a damn 77, as always. But I'm stoked on it. It's exactly where I want to be in the bracket. When you qualify kind of in the middle, you're in a good spot to have a okay, like simpler first battle, and then you get to the harder guys as it goes on and on, like last round. So last round, got a 77, now I got a 75. Car feels really good, even though it was loose, it still felt pretty fast. We made the call to put on the my almost ballish tires from practice on to allow me to be on the bank more. I was still a little low, but it was okay. The rest of the track I did very well though. I'm still struggling with the bank and figuring out what I got to do with that, but still, car's running good. I feel good. It is still very hot. Car's not like overheating, but it is getting hot regardless of what we did. It's just a lot more wear and tear on the car, and Florida going so fast on this track, like every turn. So the layout is really fun once you get the hang of it, and I'm pretty freaking stoked. So now we'll go over the car, make sure we're good, set it up, and then we'll just chill, watch the rest of qualifying, and then prepare for top 64. All right, so I got my dad here today. First time at Klutch Kickers. He's stoked. It was really cool. It was a bunch of fun. He's impressed, but I'm ready. Are you happy? Happy. I'm good. Happy. Good. Let's do more. Let's do better.
And Kaya.
And Kaya's here, girlfriend. You know.
Yeah.
All right, big update for you guys. This event's kind of like all over the place because there's not that many drivers. There's gonna be a lot of buy runs, and there's a lot of zeros as well in qualifying. So I qualified 17th with a 75, and that's great. There was like 20 some buy runs, so I got a buy run into tomorrow to top 32, so that means I don't have to battle in top 64. So we're done for the day, which is a big relief. I'm pretty tired and kind of worn out. It's really, really hot out here. But to go back to it, I had way too much towing in the car, struggled on the bank. I went into my qualifying lap on some bald tires, not bald tires, but like worn down tires. So I was able to stay up on the bank. It was different the shock of a bunch, and it worked pretty well for what we had, and the car was still kind of fast. So now we have a bunch of time. We're gonna replace one of my tow arms, because one of the tow arms is so kind of seized. We're gonna put new tow arms in, retow the car with a lot less tow in, and have it much more loose, so we can get up on the bank and carry it higher with a better line for more points and a more win to our favor, if that makes sense. But tomorrow I get Taylor Hole. It was just funny because Taylor Hole was I was supposed to battle Taylor Hole last round before it rained, so now I guess we got like the redemption to actually do that battle. But the thing is, he is not in his pro car. He is in his like new kind of Klutch Kickers just put together C6 Vet, which is not nearly as competitive as his pro car, but it still should be a fun battle, which I'm excited for. So we're gonna set the car up for that, and then tomorrow get the driving. The best part about this as well, that we have by run tomorrow, we actually have a warm-up practice session before top 32, which will be great to test out this new adjustment and be able to just be much better and a much better line, faster on the wall where I want to be, so I get a better score, like I said. So I'm feeling good. Team's doing great, like I said. Car's doing great. But I'm just excited to have no issues today, other than that one weird issue with the battery power. But other than that, I'm stoked. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys. It is day 3 of Klutch Kickers. Today is top 32 finals. We're battling Taylor Hole. Right now is warm up, about 30-minute warm up, pretty quick. New setup to the car. I don't usually make changes after I'm used to the car over the whole weekend, but I just had to loosen it up a ton so I can be up higher on the bank. So we pulled a lot of tow out of the car, got like 3/8 tow in, static, and then we should have a little bit more on the compression with the grip kit. So should feel much better. I'm gonna go out there with a little bit higher shock and higher, no, lower shock, lower pressure, now that we have a lot of tow pulled out. So feeling good, feeling confident, and we'll go have some fun.
Hi.
Hello. Just did like 3 laps, 1 lead. The first lead felt really good. Second one, I followed hurt. You know, kind of a wonky lead. It was tough to follow, but I think I did pretty well. The track is pretty grippy on the bank, but everywhere else is slick. It's weird. I don't know. Maybe it's the car set up, but it felt the same way yesterday as well. So I think add some tire pressure, lower the tire pressure, more shock, adjust the rebounds. The rebound can sit more. The rebound's too stiff, so I want to be able to dig into the ground more. So the car's running good. Not running hot, just running, you know, warm. It's hot. I feel good. So now we're gonna go against Taylor Hole in top 32. He has having issue with his car. I don't know if he's gonna drive or not, but if he does, cool. If not, we'll learn. So yeah. Cool.
Our next battle was supposed to be Matt Shulman against Taylor Hall, but unfortunately Taylor Hall was not able to fix his car in time after he called the 5 minutes.
Man.
So Matt Shulman now is going to get his bye run to be able to progress into this competition.
Well, what a shame. Well, you know, one thing we know about Taylor Hall is that he's going to be back better next season, but unfortunately, Taylor Hall really needed to get some points this round, really work his way up, you know, if he wants a chance to take home that championship title this season. Not being able to complete a finish in the top 32 and being taken out by mechanical issues is a shame. It would have been an excellent battle to watch. But here we go. We got Matt Shulman. Matt Shulman, we got to catch up with him with dinner last night. That was kind of fun.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Yeah, he was very excited to be in the top 32.
Actually got to do battle against Jonathan Naren.
Oh, Matt Shulman versus Jonathan Naren. Well, Matt Shulman, he's, you know, it was funny because you pull a name like Taylor Hall, you're like, oh gosh, you know, I got Taylor Hall in my first round of top 32, but Taylor Hall not in his typical comp cam Chevy Corvette. He's in another Chevy Corvette, but unfortunately, you know, suffering mechanical issues. And there you go, Matt Shulman taking his little victory lap there, able to walk away. Matt Shulman's still on the track, though. Hopefully everything is okay. Freedom Factory, just getting together with the Klutch Kickers crew and just providing this venue for us. And there you go, Matt Shulman is official. Matt Shulman's going to take the win.
We got a big issue. Back of the car, something is wrong, very wrong. Everyone back to the pits right now. I hope it's not a fucking knuckle. I don't have a spare knuckle, goddammit. I'm just hoping that fucking Heim joint did not have enough threading on it. That's what I'm worried about. I don't know if it's that or what. If it's that, we're good. If it's a knuckle, I'm not good.
Well, you know what?
Can I get out or no?
Yeah, I can get out.
Matt Shulman looks like he broke something. I think I heard something. He may have something wrong with his suspension. Fortunately, he's got some time to fix that, and hopefully he has the parts. And here we go. We got the tow truck coming out here to tow him off the course. Well, you know what? I mean, he really got a lucky break. He was going against Taylor Hall. If Taylor Hall was out there and he was competing, and then he had this mechanical failure, if it's a suspension part, depending on which part it is, may not have been able to finish the competition and getting taken out with mechanical failure as well.
Yeah, it would have been him calling the 5 minutes.
It would have been him calling a 5-minute timeout, and then Taylor Holman. So Matt Shulman really getting a series of lucky breaks. There's Matt Shulman himself putting his head on his car. Be careful, man. Here comes the tow truck. All right, he's checking. Yeah, you can see the wheel there all.
That's not normal.
No, that's definitely not normal. That's a little too much toe in. He's really looking for that traction.
Ah,
that's what it is. Yeah, these drivers, one thing they've been battling is how much grip they want to dial into their car. You know, it comes down to the size and how much pressure you run in the tires is going to help, obviously, with the grip of the car. But also a lot of the mechanical grip that you can achieve by adjusting your rear alignment in such a way that helps the car grip up when it's in drift, what they call a side bite. You want that car to, you don't want to lose speed.
Or maybe it has four-wheel steering.
Maybe he forgot to disconnect the four-wheel steering. That
yes.
might be it. All right, but there you go. He's got he's assessing the car. I'm sure he's trying to get word to his pits and say, hey, listen, I think this is what's wrong. Make sure these parts are ready, because as soon as they put that car up on jack stand, that clock starts. He's gonna have 5 minutes. Well, or maybe not.
No.
Actually, no, he doesn't have 5 minutes. That's right. He doesn't have to use 5-minute timeout because that was his victory lap, so he doesn't have to go back out again.
Yeah.
So he can go ahead and take the time he needs. Hopefully he can finish it by the time we get to the top 16, and then if he still hasn't finished it, then he would use his 5-minute timeout.
There's a lot to sort through over here. So we take a look at Jonathan Naren in the chase position. What happened there, as he looks like he makes some contact up against the wall, but it doesn't really phase him. He's able to actually get back on the attack with Matt Shulman. But then Matt Shulman does knock out that outside clip on the outer zone number 2. But then Jonathan Naren dropping a tire, falling back, outer zone number 3, and then they transition. And
yeah, I mean, again, from the outside, looked like a phenomenal run by both drivers, but again, the judges have to analyze every inch of the course to make sure that they can, assess both runs and determine a victor. But it looks like we're just still analyzing this replay. It looks like we have a side-by-side here. Judge is gonna take a look and just try to find out, analyze lead versus lead, chase versus chase. If you guys get a chance, you want to go, you can go ahead and log on to baldeagle.com and down and get the live stream, so you guys can, even if you're here live, we have some of the drivers that are watching the live stream as well, using that as a tool to be able to see different camera angles in order to, for the spotters to advise their drivers, but also for the drivers to see their own runs as well and be able to see the action and adjust accordingly. But there you go to see Matt Shulman in an MSR Nissan 240SX, and right next to him in that Cosmos Tire and Juku Racing Nissan S14 of Jonathan Naren. I'm out of breath. It's a long day. We're doing good. But it looks like we have results. There you go. Slide them left, Matt Shulman. Slide them right, Jonathan Naren. Jeremy Lowe, one more time. Dwayne Ramsey, one more time. And Will Parsons, one more time. One more time battle. Here we go.
Right? Yep. Hasn't moved an inch the whole time for 3 events now. Oh, hello. Hi. I don't know if anybody filmed us working on stuff, but on my buy run, because Taylor Hole couldn't run, cracked the stock knuckle. I only had a spare right knuckle. I cracked the left one. So it was a whole thing. And Juku, thank you God to Juku Racing. They had an entire PBM kit, but you can't run a drop knuckle and a stock knuckle. So we were to replace both sides with the PBM toe arms. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Get everything back together. We called the 5 minutes just to check toe. We went out and we
With a minute and a half left.
A minute and a half left, and we went out and we just freaking shredded it up, and we got a one more time battle. Again, I was too in the moment and didn't hit the GoPro, recorded my GoPro. Again, I need you to get like a remote button so you can see the for me when I even gotta remind myself. I'm jibber jabbering, I'm adrenaline and stuff. Yeah. Thank you to Adam Green from Juku, he helped so much. Thank you.
We're out here, we're trying.
And we want to win this thing. I think I can take it. This car's pretty fast, but it was gnarly.
You fucking did awesome.
Let's do it again.
To call it a weekend, Taylor Rate able to edge out a victory. We'll see, but we're going to advance on to the next run here. It's Jonathan Naren versus Matt Shulman. Matt Shulman getting a little bit of a rolling start, trying to maintain, keep that close proximity as both cars work their way down the track. Jonathan Naren in a faster vehicle by far. Both cars going down the straight. Whoa, Shulman, major correction. Jonathan Naren on that wall like a boss as he makes his way into the infield. Matt Shulman looks like he's really struggling to try to keep in drift and keep up with the faster Jonathan Naren. Both cars making their way through that third outside zone. And now past that inside clip. There we go. Both cars making a full pull. Really want to focus on that chase run through that first outside zone of Matt Shulman.
Exactly. And what transpired there, just looking to see, he just didn't set himself up properly. He just had an issue there, just getting into outer zone number 1, so it just struggled throughout. But Jonathan Naren, in formation, doing a good job of hitting all the outer zones right where he needs to be. This time around, though, did not apply any extra angle as he went around outer zone number 3. So good job with Jonathan Naren's part. But again, just Matt Shulman, though, doing a bad job going into outer zone number 1.
Wow, well, let's see here. Both cars working their way back to the line, and they're going to do the second half of this battle. Jonathan Naren's going to chase. Matt Shulman is going to be out front here. Now, Matt Shulman looks like he's definitely sitting on a disadvantage going into the second half of this battle. Jonathan Naren is in a faster car, not by much though. Matt Shulman's car is pretty quick, but suffering some damage. May have made some adjustments to his alignment that maybe his car is not what it was prior to that last battle. So Matt Shulman, hopefully his car is going to stay together mechanically, and but Jonathan Naren is not going to give it to him. Jonathan Naren, our #1 qualifier today, and Matt Shulman, he's out front. He's going to try to put down that 100-point qualifying lead. Jonathan Naren's going to give chase. Here we go. Jonathan, little roll start. Both cars making their way down the straight. Matt Shulman out front. Jonathan Naren right behind him, almost has back bumper. Matt Shulman trying to get, a little squirrely on that wall, that first outer zone. Jonathan Naren getting high on the bank, doing a good job in that chase position, but now he's going to apply that pressure. Try to transition right there with Matt Shulman as they make their way through that third outer zone. Matt Shulman looks like he's almost dropping a tire. He is. You can see some dirt coming out there, but Jonathan Naren right there with them. Transit monster of a vehicle, and Jonathan Naren says it roars across the finish. Wow. It looks like Matt's just struggling on that bank.
Yeah. Definitely looks like that. And Jonathan Naren was expecting Matt Shulman to be higher on the bank, but then realized that wasn't the case, so he had to readjust and bring himself back down to get in line, because remember, it's a moving clipping point. So Matt Shulman having some struggle there, and his struggles continued as outer zone number 3. He was just grinding along the outer edge of outer zone number 3, but Jonathan Naren not far behind, doing a good job of dealing with those issues.
Wow, what a shame. Matt Shulman, that's very uncharacteristic. Now, he did mention to us this is his first time really competing on that bank. So this is a new, for him to be out there and tandeming on the bank. He's more used to the straight track. So the bank does prove to be a challenge for a lot of drivers, but there you have it. Judges, unanimous decision. Jonathan Naren.
Wow, I literally have never been so exhausted in my life. Today was very, very fast paced. Felt great in the car. So a bit of an overview of the whole event so far. Well, it's ended now, but we went out and I basically got a buy run because Taylor Hull's car was inoperable. So I got a buy run, completed the buy run. It was a very good buy run, felt great. Come off course and the car go like woo woo. It was just like oh boy, I think I broke an arm or a knuckle. I was pretty confident it was a knuckle. I got out of the car on the track and I saw it. I was like, okay, got the video on, video of the boys, and I was like, yo, you ready to fix this thing? We basically won because we got a buy run, and pretty much. So I don't have a stock knuckle replacement, and my stock knuckle is modified. So for my Maverick dual caliper setup, you have to grind down a bunch of the knuckle, cut a bunch of stuff off. It takes a lot of time to make that work. You gotta grind it, put it on, grind it, put it on. They get the right fitment for the caliper to go on. It's a pain in the ass. Old technology. They've never changed it. It's worked for a long time. So no one had it in the pits. No one had spin knuckle. Even if we did, it would take forever to cut that and modify it. So I went over to Injuku. Homers at Injuku had a full PBM rear knuckle setup, drop knuckle with the dynamic toe arm, and a drop knuckle basically makes the car much faster, and a lot more adjustment, a lot more toe gain, which makes it much faster. And we hustled me. Oh, hang on. Pause on ruining here. We got the car back, right? And we literally could not get the car to move because the knuckle was so broken. We had the jack. We dropped the car up to roll the car on the jack. You come over here. Whoops. You were right kind of on that side, but see this dip right here in the concrete? So you have the asphalt and the concrete, and the jack kind of kinked on that over there. It kinked, fell over, and it knocked me in my nose. And I was literally, is there a mark on my nose?
Yeah.
Right here. My whole nose was gushing blood everywhere. I'm sweating, adrenaline, blood, trying to get this car in there. It was literally ridiculously crazy. Like, so much was happening at once. Because like if we didn't just start hustling, then we would not have made it, like at all. So they were nice enough to literally lend me, I'm probably gonna buy it now, the drop knuckle setup and the arm. But my rotors are different from my kit. My Mustang rotors in this car, I needed Z32 rotors. And they're nice enough to let me borrow the Z32 rotors off of Hertz Skyline. Went over there, pulled them off, put them in my car, and the team literally hustled me. Hans, incredible. Jacob, incredible. Seth. Adam Green from Injuku came over and just busted ass with us. We literally got the car done right before I had to call my 5-minute. It was done, but I called the 5 minutes, just adjust the car, adjust the toe to where it was drivable and fast. It was not perfect at all, but it definitely worked. So after that, I went and battled Naren and put up a really good fight. I was on his shit on the bank, pretty close to him throughout the course for a very fast car. He has double the horsepower I have, but it was a very good run. My lead was my best lead of the weekend, and then we got it one more time. So that was awesome. Come back, do some flight changes, went back out one more time, did a decent chase. I kind of messed up with the bank. The cars were a little more hooked up, but the chase was okay. The lead was actually pretty decent too. And then on outer zone 3, that area of that track has gotten slicker and slicker all day. I don't know why. Everyone's having trouble with it. I dirt dropped, continue to just floor it, get through the course. I knew at that point I was kind of done though. But honestly, I was so tired and so relieved. We got the car back together in like 35 minutes. An entire rear end swap. We broke one side. We had to replace both sides. We had to replace everything on both sides of the car, the knuckle, the arms, everything. And because you can't run a stock knuckle and a drop knuckle, we have to do both. But we got it done. We ran. I'm so stoked. My freaking damn GoPro, of course. Again, dude, guys, I'm so bad at GoPros. It dies right before the first battle with Naren. And it sucked. I wish you guys could have seen that view. It was incredible. I'll try and figure out my GoPro issues for the next round. But it was awesome. It was a great experience. I'm exhausted. The car is running good. No engine issues again. Huge accomplishment either way. This is my first time like literally breaking the car that bad and getting it back out. It was just a great feeling just then, and I'm very stoked and grateful for my friends, sponsors, family that came out and that support me, and I'm very glad and very grateful. So I think that's the end of this video. I am literally falling asleep as I'm talking. We're gonna chill out, go watch the rest of the battles, see who wins and does good, and then pack up and head home and fix this thing more and dial it in, make it faster and faster, come back and win next round.